Detail. Attend. Hoot. Hooray. Run. So now that we're not socially all awkward, go ahead and relax. We're gonna kick this off right at 1600. There's a few people that's coming in late, so please socialize, continue to chit chat, whatever you want to do. Detail. Attend. I know.
Like a bowl.
Maybe clear. Yeah. Are you excited? Ask the questions.
Try not to hate myself. I'm trying to act my rank.
Detail. Attend. Hoot. Hooray. Run.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the commanding officer for Recruiting Station Portland, Major Matthew A. Dominguez, welcome to the relief and appointment of the Sergeant Major for Recruiting Station Portland. Sergeant Major Dominguez will relinquish his duties to Sergeant Major Rogers. Please rise for the invocation provided by Commander Alan Rogers, Chaplain, United States Navy, and remain standing for the playing of the national anthem.
Let us pray. Almighty God, as we witness this transfer of authority, we look to you to equip those called to lead. We pray your blessings on Sergeant Major Dominguez as he embraces the future of your design, enjoys your presence and your provision in new challenges to come. We thank you for Sergeant Major Rogers as he accepts this sacred trust. Remind him in times of decision he is never alone, and guide him the support of these Marines under his care. For in them, leadership will find its meaning, and on their shoulders rests the hope of our nation. In your holy presence we pray. Amen.
Detail, attend, who, present, home. Order! Home!
Thank you. Please be seated. Now taking his position as the commanding officer of Recruiting Station Portland, Major Matthew A. Kreml.
Sergeant Major! Front and center! Push!
Since 1875, non-commissioned and staff non-commissioned officers have carried the non-commissioned officer sword as a symbol of their ability and prestige as enlisted leaders of the Marine Corps. The Sergeant Major, as a senior enlisted leader and advisor, is the keeper of traditions for his unit. Today's emblematic passing of the sword of office signifies the transfer of this sacred trust from one Sergeant Major to another. From Commandant of the Marine Corps to Sergeant Major Abe Dominguez. Subject, relief of post. Effective 6 July 2023. You stand relieved of your duties as the Sergeant Major of Recruiting Station Portland. Subsequent to this relief, you are directed to report to Marine Corps Air Station Miramar, 3rd Marine Aircraft Wing, Marine Air Group 11, BMFA 232 Red Devils, Commanding Officer, for duty as Squadron Sergeant Major. Signed, David H. Berger, General, United States Marine Corps, Commandant of the Marine Corps.
Good afternoon, sir. Sergeant Major Dominguez reporting as the old Sergeant Major.
Good afternoon, Sergeant Major. You stand with me.
I got it, sir.
From Commandant of the Marine Corps to Sergeant Major Beau D. Rogers. Subject, assumption of post. Effective 1601, 6 July 2023, you will stand posted as a Sergeant Major and will report to the Commanding Officer, Recruiting Station Portland, for duty. Signed, David H. Berger, General, United States Marine Corps, Commandant of the Marine Corps.
Afternoon, sir. Sergeant Major Rogers reporting as the new Sergeant Major. Good afternoon. You stand posted.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Attention to orders. United States Marine Corps. The President of the United States takes pleasure in presenting the Meritorious Service Medal, Gold Star, in lieu of second award, to Sergeant Major Abe B. Dominguez, United States Marine Corps, for service as set forth in the following. For outstanding meritorious service as Sergeant Major, Recruiting Station Portland, 12th Marine Corps District, Marine Corps Recruit Depot, Western Recruiting Region, San Diego, California. From July 2020 through July 2023, Sergeant Major Dominguez's superior accomplishments were critical in Recruiting Station Portland's success. He demonstrated superb leadership while leading the Marine Corps Recruiting Command's largest area of operation and with one of the most difficult recruiting stations to accomplish its mission. In partnership with the commander and recruiter instructor, he cultivated a powerful organizational culture of excellence that resonated throughout the 12 recruiting substations across the area of operations. Further, he helped build an effective command team that attained the elusive full-service command group status. By doing so, Sergeant Major Dominguez enabled the station to consistently surpass its assigned contracting and shipping mission, while also exceeding every quality metric measured by the recruiting enterprise. Under his able leadership, Recruiting Station Portland was the recipient of the Commandant's Superior Achiever Award for fiscal year 2020 and 2022. He artfully balanced mission accomplishment with troop welfare, maintaining an exceptional level of discipline throughout the force while maintaining a keen focus on making every Marine in the command better. Sergeant Major Dominguez's professionalism, perseverance, and loyal dedication to duty reflected great credit on him and were in keeping with the highest traditions of the Marine Corps and the United States Naval Service. Signed, J. A. Ryans, Brigadier General, U.S. Marine Corps, Commanding General, Marine Corps Recruit Depot, Western Recruiting Region. United States Marine Corps, Certificate of Merit. This is to certify that Sergeant Major Abe B. Dominguez has successfully completed a demanding and rigorous tour of duty as Sergeant Major at RS Portland from 14 July 2020 to 6 July 2023. In so doing, this Marine helped perpetuate the tradition, esprit de corps, and the highest standards of the Marine Corps. Signed, M.A. Krempel, Major, U.S. Marine Corps, Commanding Officer. Thank you. Please be seated.
All right. Right.
United States Marine Corps, Certificate of Appreciation, presented to Mrs. Debbie D. Dominguez, for our grateful appreciation for your unselfish, faithful, and devoted service during your husband's distinguished tour as the Sergeant Major for Recruiting Station Portland. Your unwavering support to your husband helped his contributions to the recruiting station immeasurably. We fully realize that your support was not provided without great sacrifice during his tour, including those countless occasions when the duties of his service required him to be away from home. Your support and understanding helped make possible your husband's lasting contributions to a grateful Marine Corps. On behalf of all Marines of Recruiting Station Portland, thank you, and Semper Fidelis. Signed, M.A. Krempel, Major, U.S. Marine Corps, Commanding Officer. Ladies and gentlemen, the Commanding Officer of Recruiting Station Portland, Major Krempel.
All right, friends, family, thank you so much for coming out here. First off, thanks. Thanks to my brothers in arms here, four of our recruits out there in the streets getting it done. Zach making the trip up here. Thank you, Seattle, the whole crew up here from Command Group. It truly means a lot for you guys to be here. And we thank you. Thank you for the Marine Corps Community Council for being here, as well as my brothers down the road, 6 CSB, Lieutenant Colonel Naughton, Sergeant Major Lewis, thank you for coming as well. then also for Sergeant Major Wilson representing the district, and for the chaplain, thank you for coming out as well to support this event. I know we got some other friends up there, previous Sergeant Majors from RS Portland, previous A412s. Good to see you again, Gunner Sergeant Roseman, but thank you again to support this event for Sergeant Major Dominguez. So before I turn over to him, really like to hail and welcome the Rogers family. Like the few dinners, a few conversations we've had, I really look forward to you being part of the RS Portland family. Please welcome, and I look forward to, as well, Kelly, sharing some more time with my wife, with the rest of the spouses here, as well as Sophia. Thanks for coming out. Welcome to the RS Portland family. I hope you can enjoy the Pacific Northwest again. I know you have some experience in Yakima, so you're looking at getting out there and doing some snowboarding and skiing, and I look forward to you guys exploring out there. And Sergeant Major Rogers, you come with a great reputation. I know you can do great things out here. We're all excited to have back-to-back great leaders here filling in senior enlisted, really providing the mentorship that's needed out here in the community. So again, thank you and welcome. Part of the farewell, Debbie, second time we've been able to meet. It's great to see you again. Just Geo Bachelor, 3 years, definitely demanding duty for the Dominguez family. This is the first opportunity, in case you guys haven't known, that I finally met Chloe and Jake, so great time. Thanks to finally meet you. Honestly, everything your dad said is right. Like, you guys are impressive young men and women, and I feel like I've gotten to know you over the past couple of years just because your dad has been saying great things, trust me, promise. All great things about you, but really, you know, what you've accomplished, getting into school, how you guys are all into the lifting program now, working out, like every accomplishment is a source of pride, and really, it drives your dad. I'm just telling you right now, it drives him every day to be the better man, to be the better Marine, not only for his Marines, but really a family man. So I wish we could have more time together as a family. Debbie, I truly know this has been a difficult tour for you, but I could always tell you, you know, behind the curtain, that Abe was just better when you had a conversation. I could tell when he talked to you on the phone that your sound guidance, your sound wisdom that you provided him, that's really mentored him through this duty. So thank you. I cannot thank you guys enough for your sacrifice, and we truly recognize as a commitment with the sacrifice that has been. I can't thank you. Sergeant Major Dominguez. 3 years, Geo Bachelor. I'm gonna embarrass you here a little bit in front of the Marines, but everybody knows Sergeant Major Dominguez for the public Sergeant Major Dominguez, right? A Sergeant Major at the end of the day has to do Sergeant Major things. Somebody has to do it, right? We've all heard that old tale, like Sergeant Majors have one job and they got to hold the discipline. It may not tell you what you want at that time, but they're going to tell you what you need to hear in order to progress you, in order to push you to your true limits. Just like a lot of the recruiters in the room here start that conversation how we all became Marines, right? Of trying to push ourselves. That is what a good senior enlisted does at the end of the day. But again, it might not be what you want to hear at that time, but you're going to look back and it's what you need to hear in order to get true maximum potential out of it. So thank you for being the honest soundboard. I can tell you all, it might not seem like it, but this is the man that has honestly told me to calm down, all right? To take a whole perspective, to realize that we're Marines on recruiting duty, and that some of us were just driving trucks, building bridges, you know, doing other things, fixing aircraft, and all of a sudden we're asked to be salesmen. We have to understand, have we truly done at the end of the day everything we could to try to teach, coach, and mentor those Marines to be effective Marines on recruiting? You've always given that perspective. Thank you. As we came in here, we had some turbulence, getting command groups slated up, getting the right individuals in there, but you've always been an honest soundboard for me, and really allowed me to take a step back from my infantry experience, and all I saw as an infantryman, to have that perspective, to be able to give the Marines, again, what they needed at that time in the whole perspective. So thank you for that soundboard. Not only to me, but I know Master Sergeant Lotus echo the same, as well as not just being a mentor to the officer group, but then also to the senior enlisted as a sergeant major should. Now, I'll close it off with, he wasn't just program manager. All right, sergeant majors are only tasked with being a program manager. Pulling CDRs, we all know. But plenty of times I've gotten phone calls, plenty of times I've seen him out there, 9, 10 o'clock at night, just trying to assist you guys, do TCs, ACs. Might not be pretty. It's not pretty when I try to do it either, but hey, he's there, he kept with you guys to do whatever he can to support the mission. So thank you not only for what you've had to do, but what for you volunteered to just be in the trenches with these guys and set the example. I'm truly going to miss you. I'm sure we're going to cross paths again in the fleet, but best to the Dominguez family. Hopefully you guys can have some leave now and experience the Pacific Northwest outside of recruiting duty. So with that, Master Sergeant, if you could assist me. I know we've done the public awards. before we turn the mic over to you, you get what my grandfather always said, because he had such an impact, two cake. Meaning you get two cakes, meaning leave a unit, right, so to speak. So, for those of you who don't know, we couldn't bring his other gift in, is actually a brand new Mossberg shotgun. Tried to stick it in here, but the Reserve Center wasn't too happy about that. But I'm big on symbolism, and that was a big symbol to me because you have been the defender of the RS. But it's also pretty tough to put that thing into your office one day. I'm out in the squadron field about it. Maybe an infantry unit, I don't know, some of these pilots are a little, touchy about those things. But something you can carry onto your desk, a small token appreciation, is the actual veteran flags, the tags here. So thanks again. Just to add it to the list of your going away gifts here. But hopefully you can look up at this and remember ours for me. So thanks so much.
All right, appreciate that.
Round of applause to Major Colonel. Well, for those of you who don't know, I am Filipino. Therefore, English is my second language. So I cannot stand up here and do what the Major just did. So I'm going to go back here and actually prepare a little speech. A good friend of mine once told me, so you don't babble on and repeat yourself, go ahead and prepare a speech and give a chance to basically thank all the people that have helped you out. So first off, good afternoon, family and friends of Marine Corps Recruiting Station Portland. Before I begin, I would like to thank a group of people that is near and dear to my heart. The first group that I would like to thank are my children Jacob and Chloe, who took the time out of their summer break from college, specifically from video games like Call of Duty, and from shopping just to see their dad turn over this command. Along with my children is my wife Debbie, who has helped the fort down and lived without me for the past 3 years. Babe, I know it was not easy. You get to do this. But thank you, and thank you all very much for coming out here today. Don't worry, guys. You get to have all of this at 17:30. I cannot promise you not to annoy you and get on your nerves before my next deployment, which is coming in the next couple of months. I'm excited for that. The next group that I would like to thank are my extended family, who has taken me in while I served in Portland. These are a mixture of close friends that are veterans, whom I've served with a long time ago, and many are current active duty Marines that live within the local area. Our friends Scott, Beth, Chris, Alicia, Will, Griselda, my landlord Amy, thank you for taking me in and not raising the rent, and our friend Willie. Thank you for coming out and supporting me and my family in this Marine Corps event. In addition to my close friends, are people who I consider my close brothers than co-workers. I would like to thank my previous commander, Mr. Mark Beau, and my current commander, Major Matt Grumper. For those that are not familiar with the relationship between a commanding officer and a sergeant major, it is like a contract marriage. Except in this scenario, we both wear the pants around the house. Sir, it has been great serving alongside of you. But unfortunately, I will have to divorce you today and hand you over to Sergeant Major Rogers. Sergeant Major Rogers, good luck. In all seriousness, sir, thank you for making me feel like I work alongside of you and for you. That means a lot to me. A sergeant major is normally issued first sergeant to help lead the command. I did not get first sergeant. Darn it. But I'm glad I did not, because I got something better. These gentlemen are all master sergeants, and they are known as 8412 career recruiters. Gentlemen, when I call your name, please stand. I want to specifically thank our recruit instructor, Charles Dolores. Assisting in his duties are his assistant recruiter, Ken Jemison, who's also our Please come on over here. Our narrator. With a deep voice, we specifically used him. He's got that nice, sexy voice. And Freddie Real, the hype man. And last but not least, our operations chief, Rafael Yumo. Please come on up. These master sergeants are a positive role model and providing continuity. RS Portland is that what it is today because of their effective communication skills and work ethic. Thank you, gentlemen, for being patient, coaching, and guiding us. I have a lot of respect for what you do and how you do it daily. I will truly miss you. More importantly, I will miss our friendship. Please join me in a round of applause for these fine gentlemen. To my supporting comrades, Sergeant Major Dan Wilson, our District Sergeant Major, and my fellow peers, retired Sergeant Major and prior Sergeant Major of RS Portland, Alex Lacree, RS Sacramento's leadership, Major Sator, and Sergeant Major Milo, and RS Seattle's leadership, Major Faisal, Sergeant Major Castillo, and Master Meyer. Thank you, gentlemen, for showing up today. It means a lot to me. For all the Sergeant Majors out there, please send all your drill and ceremony critiques to my replacement, Sergeant Major Rogers. Sergeant Major, good luck, bro. Another group that I'd like to thank are the members of the Marine Corps Community Council, John, Mike, Gary, Colonel Howard, and Rosie. Please, round of applause to these fine veterans. Thank you all for coming and for your support. I am pretty sure that you are here more for Major Krempel and to see who the cool guy is taking over for me. But I'll take it. Sir, we did not have all this 3 years ago. And it warms my heart knowing that there are those people that cares about us up here at the Pacific Northwest. This duty has humbled me a lot. One of the most valuable lessons that I have learned in this Marine Corps recruiters, in this Marine Corps, is that Marine Corps recruiters do not lie. I'm going to say that again. Marine Corps recruiters do not lie. Regardless of what you think, Chris, stop giving that eyebrow and praise. It's just we as applicants interpret things differently. To illustrate my point, and this is based on a true story now. When I was 17, I was about to join the Air Force and was offered $4,500 as a sign-in bonus. So, $4,500. Now, I don't know about you, but in 1999, as a 17-year-old punk that knew everything, $45 was a lot of money. So then I spoke to the Army to see what I can get away with. And they offered me $55. Then out of the corner of my eye, I see this gentleman. He gets up. He's got this black coat, red lining around it. He's got blue trousers, much like what we're wearing today. Red stripe going down the bottom. He stands up, puts his white covers on, as you wear white gloves on, puts his covers on. And he does one of these nice and sharp. And he says, 65. So I was like, wow. 65. Okay, so what I was doing, approached Sergeant R.D. Neal and said, sign me up. Went to boot camp, conducted my follow-on training in Florida and Virginia, and became an F-18 fighter attack mechanic. When I arrived there, I could not wait to get paid. All I had in my mind was that 65. So I then called Sergeant Neal and asked, respectfully, again, I'm on parade rest, even though I'm on the phone. So, where's my money? And what do you think he said? What do y'all think he said? What money? What money? Exactly. And then I proceeded to say, when you saw me talking to the others, you stood up, you did the salute, kind of basically what I just explained to you just now. And you said, 65, that's how I remember. And he just chuckled. Oh, I didn't say 65 though. Then what the hell did you just say? I said, Semper Fi. So for those who don't know, Semper Fi is short for Semper Fidelis, which is a Latin term that means always faithful. It is a mantra of every Marine, an eternal and collective commitment to the success of our battles, the progress of our nation, and the steadfast loyalty to the fellow Marines who fight alongside. Today, we have about 10 Marines in Alaska who could not be here today because they are pressing on with their mission. Just to give you a perspective of how big Alaska is, imagine Florida, Missouri, and touching California, and that's how big Alaska is. And we only have 10 Marines up there, basically doing the Lord's work. We have about 15 Marines in the state of Washington, and 60 Marines in the state of Oregon, responsible for recruiting the smartest and the most physically fit. At times, we recruit those that may need some work on obtaining these characteristics. But your Marine Corps recruiters do a heck of a job working through the weekends and late at night in contracting those that have the guts and the heart to do the hard and join the hardest military branch. Even during COVID restrictions and disruptive riots and wildfires that render air quality not fit for outdoor exercising, the fighting spirit of a Marine is unstoppable. With that, I would like to recognize a few Marines. Please, when I call you Marines, when your names, please stand. Gunner Sergeant Keller. Gunner Sergeant Keller returned 1 year ago to RS Portland to continue what he had started, and is now one of our finest 8412 career recruiters. Staff Sergeant Reese. Staff Sergeant Reese should have left us a few months ago, but decided to spend 1 more year to help us out in our recruiting effort. Staff Sergeant Glazner. Staff Sergeant Gunner Select Glazner would stay up until 2 in the morning helping out an applicant filling out a security clearance form. Staff Sergeant Rodriguez. Staff Sergeant Bennett. And Staff Sergeant Tapoya are all damn good staff in COICs who understand what hustling means to meet our mission. Staff Sergeant Bivens. Staff Sergeant Bivens was the recruit of the year, and I've never seen this Marine upset or down from the daily grind of recruiting. And finally, Sergeant Collins. Sergeant Collins is a silent hero. If you look to your right, it's that guy with the black top, khaki bottom, and is constantly behind the camera and is a social media guru. He constantly works on the weekends to bring the Marine Corps story, and is the hardest working combat camera Marine that I've ever met. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a round of applause for fine Marines. To Kelly and Sophia, your husband, your father, is taking over a fine recruiting station that believes in strong culture. So much that culture eats strategy for breakfast. You are joining more than a unit, but a collective team that refuses to let anyone down. You will be busy, but I promise you, there'll be plenty of time for travel and adventure. Sergeant Major Rogers, brother, I told you about 60% of what I know about recruiting. Please don't hesitate to reach out to the Master Sergeants and our peers for the remaining 40%. You are taking over a group of great Marines, and I wish you and your family the best of luck. Final thought. We always come across people who would say, I was going to join, but woulda, shoulda, coulda. Fill in the blanks. Those that did join in our ranks, you are forever part of a family that only you could ever understand. Other branches of service envy us for it. In short, like what my Portland Marines like to say, Semper Fidelis, and the rest, they're jealous. Thank you for your time.
How am I supposed to top that? I don't know. I don't have a speech or anything written, but I do want to recognize a few individuals and groups that have made an impact on me since I've been here. And the first one is Major Trimple.
I remember it was about 4 or 5 months ago before I checked in, and I remember what I was doing and where I was. And out of the blue, I got a phone call from Major Trimble, and it was just a welcome aboard phone call. And just, hey, if you need anything, reach out. If you need anything, just let me know. Gave the point of contact with the wife, and it meant a lot to me. It was the first time I had an OIC or CEO ever reach out to me before I got there. And I think it spoke volumes of who you are as a Marine leader and just a man overall. So I do appreciate it, and I knew that me coming here was in good hands. So I did not block it, I did say don't answer the call. Just kidding. SgtMaj Abe Dominguez, I appreciate it. We spent the past 3 weeks, a lot of windshield time, a lot of time on the road, talking about the way forward, both on recruiting duty, manpower, structure, you name it, we talked about it. And the turnover I received was phenomenal. I had the paperwork, the SRI binder, some of y'all know what I'm talking about. And so I know that for the future, I'm going to be set up for success. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And I want to make sure I specifically address it to Debbie, Jacob, and Chloe. When we talk business, it was business. But when we talked family, Abe's face and his body language and his voice just dramatically changed and improved. Really enthusiastic. His smile got a little bit wider. And it's evident that he really loves and appreciates you all. And he's very, very proud of y'all too. So, I haven't met you yet, but I know a lot about you. Good things, good things. And then so my wife and daughter, my wife Kelly, I remember it was about 11 years and some change ago, as we were driving away from RS Jacksonville, and we looked in the rear view mirror and said, never again we'll go on this duty. And yeah, here we are. Somehow we made a wrong turn and we're back out here. But both times it was a mutually agreed upon decision. And she's been with me through the thick and thin, multiple deployments, numerous field operations, and she's the one that holds down the fort while I'm focusing on the Marines and accomplishing the mission, so I appreciate it. And then my daughter Sophia, put her in the spotlight for just a little bit. She's a military child, like many of us have. It's not a choice, it was a lifestyle they were born into, whether they like it or not. And she's had 7 or 8 different moves, a lot of news. New family, new friends, new neighborhood, new high school, new teachers, new bedroom, but there's a lot of sames as well. The same Lego enthusiast, the same loving daughter, the same pet lover, the same athletic little girl, and the same daughter I love, so I appreciate you being here today. And also the fellow COs, OICs, senior listed advisors, the RIs, ARIs, everyone that came out here today to be part of the audience. I really do appreciate it. I know I will learn a lot from your experiences, and I hope to take away some of your tools and put in my own toolbox, so I appreciate it. And then the middle group, right? I see a lot of retirees and those that showed up and still continue to serve. Not just the country, but the community as well, the local population. The Marine Corps in general, as well as the local Marines. I appreciate the time. I hope to be able to swap some stories with you all and share an adult beverage at one point. And maintain the same relationship that you and SgtMaj Abe Dominguez had. So I appreciate it. And then last but not least is the Marines of RS Portland. I heard about this metaphor. I heard this metaphor story, if you will. I think it kind of impacted me, and I'd like to share it with you. And there's 2 things that we all have in common. The first one is physical training, weightlifting. We at one point all lifted weights, right? Yes. And we all came from the fleet. None of us enlisted as recruiters or 8412s. We were pros in our MOS. We were the SMEs. We were able to do our job without the manual. I'm supposed to, but without the manual. We knew the tips and tricks of the trade. We were given an opportunity to serve, to have junior Marines serve underneath us in hopes that they'd become like us one day. And all of a sudden, at the same time, too, we go to the gym and build in 45 dumbbells, or 45 dumbbells and some curls. Knocking them out, no sweat, easy day, right? And then all of a sudden, we have the Marine Corps as our spotter. He said, hey, we're taking some easy beat, put some pressure on you. Add some friction, improve you both personally and professionally. So what do we do? In the gym, let's throw the 45s up to 55s. In the fleet, hey, based on your personal accolades, your accomplishments, your reputation, we think you should be able to serve at one of the hardest duties that the Marine Corps has to offer, recruiting duty. So what happens? You basically you get orders to PRC, you execute, you get orders to RS Portland, you pack up your family and your dog, because you gotta have a dog in the story, and then you move to RS Portland, get some OJT, power, hey, you're ready to hit the streets, go find some future Marines. And right off the bat, what happens? You feel that resistance. You have the doors, the parents closing doors on you, kids hanging up on you, the guidance counselors shoving you away, keeping them away from their students. All kinds of rejection. At the same time, you're in that gym, and you're trying to pull up, you're trying to get that dumbbell up and do one curl, but it seems impossible because you have that 55 weight. And in those scenarios, you go home. You go home deflated, weak, tired, sore, wondering how you're going to make the next day, how you're going to make it better and improve on what you do. And we still come in. The next day, we still go at it, and day after day, week after week, month after month, we continue to practice, get this reputation, get this reps in, and eventually, you get that one. And as soon as you get that one, your confidence comes up. You're a little more elated. You know that the impossible is no longer impossible. And now you're going to find that consistency, that momentum to keep up that 1, 2, 3, and so on and so forth. And hopefully you see the relationship between getting the one set and getting that one contract. It might be difficult at first, but as soon as you get it, if you maintain it, you'll be good to go. And the reason why I say this is because over the past 3 weeks, I've had the opportunity to go to these different RSSs, and I've seen firsthand the fire and the determination within all the Marines here. They don't give up like all Marines do. They know that the mission's out there, and they're hungry to get it accomplished. Even though whenever they get that rejection, they continue to move forward. And it's been pretty impressive. I've been impressed, and I'm really excited, eager, and just ready to hit the road running with you guys and with the RS Portland team and serve as the new Sergeant Major. So I appreciate the time, and I look forward to working with you all in the future. Thank you.
Flowers are now being presented to Sergeant Major Dominguez's family for their loyal support and dedication. Flowers are also being presented to Sergeant Major Rogers' family, welcoming them to the recruiting station Portland family. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of Anchors Away and the Marines Hymn. For all Marines, past and present, please join us in singing the first verse of the hymn.
Gentlemen, sir.
Hey, Sergeant Green, I'm planning today.
Aye, aye, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's ceremony. On behalf of the commanding officers and the Marine Corps, thank you for your assistance. Please join us in